volume at. Alright, so I'm there already. Alright, and then let's start up here. Go to live. Yeah. Studio Live is available. I need to get my ass working on that one. Oh, come off it. TikTok is best. There we go. Click save. Yes. And go live. 3, 2, 1, I'm live. Go in. Skill. There we go. Argentron. And I'm live. I will be with all you in just a minute. Okay. I need a new HTML generator similar to what we just built. But the subject is the 2 photos that I uploaded. Okay. So let's come back to here. Yep, there we go. We'll leave the cosmic one out. Wrong direction. These actually came out pretty nice. So, yep. I'm just sending this out live to anyone that's coming in. Appreciate y'all swinging in and having a peek, even if you are on the outside. Hey, Bon, how you doing? Just sending this live out. Hope your day's going good. Mine's just getting started. I guess I can send that out to him. My sister does not need to know that I'm alive. Ugh, can't stand the rain anymore. Rain hurts. And it's supposed to rain all day here as well. Unfortunately. But, what are you going to do? The rain hurts my bones. The joys of having multiple breaks. But that also means that just keeps you indoors a little bit more. Gives you reason to kind of screw off. I'm also building, while I'm in the process here, I have a couple of new generators that I've actually built. One is Cosmic Trees, and as you can see, we got 10 presets. Oop, there goes my phone. We got 10 presets. We have Suno music, animation, video script, the whole works. We'll do the Cosmic Purple one next. I literally just made this this morning. I haven't run it full. I have not run this fully, so I'm not overly 100% sure on how well this is going to go over. But they should be producing pretty decent. I did find out something really cool with Claude. Because I use Claude for all my coding, a good chunk of almost everything. Instead of using normal Claude to build your HTML generators, you can actually, which there's nothing wrong with it, but you're only going to get like maybe 4 or 5 of them before you run out of your time. So instead of doing that, switch to Claude Code. And Claude Code will actually it does your generators for you, but it does it for less tokens. So you're not running through your usage that quick. It's the same prompts as you always use. So, I just found this out last night. And literally, it's just absolutely, it just blows my mind on how different these two are. And I'd asked Claude why, what the difference was, and basically the reason why that Claude Code costs you less to run your HTML generators and your web pages is because it doesn't have to go through as many steps as just straight Claude does. So, I'm going to start advising people to start using using Claude Code to write your HTML generators, as well as your not only for your vibe coding, but for your HTML websites, for your HTML generators. Use Claude Code. It will save you on your usage. You're going to get a lot more squeezed out of it. So, that's actually a pretty kind of a cool little accident that I stumbled on, because I just wasn't paying attention last night where I was actually putting my HTML coding in, and I have two accounts, and one account literally I made I think 5 generators last night, and it literally shoved me over my limit, I'm like, what the hell? So I went to Claude Code here on my main account and said, okay, why is it that I can have Claude Code do these HTML generators for me, and it costs less than what normal Claude does? And basically, it's just saying that there's less steps that it has to follow. It doesn't have to constantly repost things and whatnot. Mind you, Claude Code today is a little slow. Could just be a lot of people using it. But I've had it build me 2 straight generators so far. The dual wing one is not too bad. Actually, I think I already have that open. Yes, I do. Okay. Let's see if we go to Sea and Storm. But if I don't like these generators, I can always go back to it and say, okay, I don't like these. Let's change these up. Ooh, these are pretty. This is all sea art, by the way. Sea art is my go-to. And this is a Gothic Laurel add-on, which I actually like. I like the way these are coming out. And then without the Gothic Laurel, these are still very pretty as well. Now, I could use these for multiple ways. I could actually use all of these for print on demand. I could put text on them, set them up for tumblers, photo, t-shirts, mugs, whatever the hell you wanted to. Wall art. Put some kind of inspirational doohickey down here at the bottom or across the top. I'd probably go across the top, so that we know, it doesn't quite fully distract from the water view on that one. Turn the heater off. Now, before I continue on playing here, a couple of people are saying that they were wondering how to get started in print on demand. And the reality is, print on demand, there's a couple of things that you need to understand about that. We're going to check this one out here. Print on demand, you're going to go into YT or here. You're going to see so-called gurus saying that, you can make millions of dollars if you follow my plan for print on demand. What they don't tell you is, yes, you can, but print on demand is actually about volume. It is not about price. Because when you're first starting out, you're not going to sell a $50 t-shirt, a $50 hoodie. What you're going to do is you're going to start off small. Your profit margin on print on demand honestly kind of sucks. It is around $5, maybe $10. So if you go to Printful, let's just go to Printful real quick. Let's go to Printful. You can go, you can use Printful, Printify, whoever you're going to find. And if we look at the hats, just this one little hat here, the Retro Trucker hat, $13.29, and that is, I do believe, probably Australian. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, it's Australian. Which, that's kind of a little bit on the expensive side. I would find a better company here in Australia because, I mean, look, 19 to 20 days for freaking delivery. Don't think so. So, but this trucker hat here alone, I could probably sell if the design was decent and embossed and whatnot. I could honestly probably sell it for 25, maybe $30, but that's kind of pushing it. Hey, Stealthy. But in reality, I would probably set myself up to where I'm making $5 profit. That includes shipping. So your price, you have to remember, hey, how much does it cost me in shipping to actually ship this product out? What's the shipping? Because you will always, on print on demand, you always want to offer free shipping. The reality, though, is free shipping, it's not free, folks. What you're going to do is you're actually going to include the price of shipping. So say like this hat is $13.29, and Printful wants to charge me, let's go $7. Let's go $13.29 plus. Let's just round it up to a nice $10. So I'm already sitting at $23.29 for a trucker hat. So I don't want to go over $30, so I'm just going to add an extra $5. So now I'm going to start charging people $28.29, or I would probably round this up to, I would probably go to like $28.95 or 97 cents, somewhere around there. The reasoning here is that I'm going to make $5 off this hat. By offering quote unquote free shipping, you already know that most people already know that there's no such thing as free shipping. The cost of the shipping has already been included in the price, but they know and they don't want to know at the same time. You know what I mean? So we say free shipping all the way through. Doesn't matter where you're going. Standard shipping. You make sure that they understand that the shipping, because this is going to be because it's all custom work, it's going to take a little bit of time. People will understand that, hey, this is going to take us, it might take you a little bit longer than, say, Amazon. But we're not competing against Amazon. So here we go. Like this hoodie. $39.95, again, 21 days. I would still find a better, and there are better places than Printful for here in Australia, because getting stuff from the United States to Australia takes fucking forever. So always remember what country you're selling in, so that you can say, okay, hey, this is what it's going to cost you. This is the time that it's going to take us to get your product to you. I honestly recommend, when you are starting out, stay within your own country. Don't care what country you're in. The U.S. turns 250 50 years old. Well, that's coming up, yeah. So you want to make sure that you are using a supplier, preferably within your country, so that you can keep the shipping times down. And if we wanted to, as an example, this zip-up sport hoodie, $23. Simple T-shirt, $11. Yeah, these are all Australian prices. So we're looking at $11. A design. Price tag is $11.69. Shipping time is 19 to 20 days for Australia. Again, this is why I would not use Printify. I would literally go in, find a better supplier here in this country, so that I can get my products out quicker. No one wants to wait basically almost a month for a T-shirt. And there are better designs out there here in Australia, anyways, so that I can get the stuff faster. Now, what you're going to do, again, $11.69. I'm going to probably, on a T-shirt, I'm going to try to make AIT. I will probably try to make $10 on a T-shirt. Now, you're thinking, $10 doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not a lot of money, because you have to remember that you have to deal with whatever platforms, extra fees that you have to deal with. Say that you're going to put this on Etsy. Etsy takes 9%. So you could plan for that extra 9% and put it in here, or you can just accept that 9% as price of doing business. If you do it on a store on Brandly, you will lose 2.9% plus 30 cents because you will use Stripe. I honestly do not recommend using PayPal for business when it comes to physical products. PayPal's got a real bad habit of screwing people over. They will literally hold your money until you threaten to get a damn lawyer involved, and then all of a sudden, oh well, we'll release the money. They protect the buyer way more than they protect the seller. I have been personally fucked over by PayPal, so I do not recommend using PayPal unless you absolutely have to. Now, there is one exception on PayPal. If you are selling digital products, then PayPal is okay because there is no refunds on digital products. But physical, no. I will use my Stripe account, set that up. Now, when you are first starting off using Stripe, what you have to remember is Stripe will hold your money for about a week, maybe 2. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had to start a new Stripe account. And this is to protect the buyer and is to protect you at the same time. They will hold it. They will literally hold it for about. I think when I first started, I think they held my money. They held the money for like 2 weeks. And as I was selling digital products, that wasn't that big of a deal. Didn't hurt me. But if you're doing print on demand, that can hurt you just a little bit. You might have to do something that I don't personally recommend and I don't like doing, which is use your own money to order the products, and then go from there. So that's another thing is when you were doing print on demand, if you're doing any physical products, never ever use your own money to order the parts, to order the merchandise. Use your customers. Also, put in a policy, in your shipping policy, that you have a shipping and handling. The handling, the quote unquote handling, is actually 3 to 5 business days because of the bank. So you're going to tell people, hey, it takes 3 to 5 business days for the bank to process your money. And then whatever it's going to cost, then whatever, however long it takes, Printify, Printful, whatever, wherever you're using to ship said products. This way, your customer isn't going to hound you like, I was expecting this to be here yesterday. Well, guess what? I'm not fucking Amazon. I'm not trying to compete with Amazon. It's not going to be there yesterday. It's going to take some time. So don't try to bullshit your customers, because that's just going to tank you in the long run. So, again, understand what platforms you're using, what the actual price is going to be for just having them process the credit cards alone. As I said, Etsy takes 9%. That's a hell of a chunk. Plus, I think 45 cents or something like that for standard. Stripe takes 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. I do not know what PayPal takes anymore. It's been a while since I've looked. I think they take like 3%, maybe 4%. But there's a couple of reasons why I personally prefer Stripe. One, I don't deal with the credit cards. I never see anyone's credit cards or anything like that. So if there is a leak of someone's credit card gets hijacked, it is not my issue. It is not my fault. That is all 100% on Stripe. 2, lowest processing fees anywhere. 3, they will handle every single credit card that also includes Apple Pay and Google Pay. So you have multiple ways to allow people to pay for their products. Me personally, I prefer going digital because of the fact that I don't have to deal with shipping and handling and all that other bullshit, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. Or it can be anyways. But again, there are multiple ways of making money when it comes to print on demand. Give me 1 second, I need to check something out here. Let's see here. Where did you get to? I hate that. I lost a file. There we go. That'll work. So what you really want to do when you're first starting off, let's just say that I want to start off a print-on-demand business, but I'm not 100% sure what business to get into. We're going to go to Gemini, and we're going to brainstorm with Gemini. Now, this is the free version of Gemini. You don't have to pay for this. You can literally come in here, and I have seen a few people mention the whole drop shipping for Christianity stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just type in, I am interested, let's see here, interested in starting a print-on-demand business. This business, let's see, the main subject will be Christian faith-based products, such as T-shirts, mugs, wall art, things of that nature. So, we're going to tell it straight off the bat. This is what I want to do. Now, you don't have to do the Christian-based thing. You can tell it something else. And if you don't have an idea of what you want to do, you can say, hey, I want to start a print-on-demand business, but I'm not sure what niche to go into. Give me 15 ideas of niches. So, but I'm going to go nature. I need, let's go 10 ideas to niche this down a little bit. And we're just going to press enter. And while this is coming up, and as you can see, I use Gemini, by the way, for brainstorming. There's two reasons that I personally use Gemini for. I use it for brainstorming because this is really, really good for brainstorming. It's a little bit better than what Claude is. And it saves me on my usage on Claude. And I also use it for Nana Banana too. That's the only reason why I have it. The only two reasons that I use it. So we have a minimalist visual parable home decor. Move away from the heavy text. Instead, use high-quality abstract line art or architectural motifs that represent biblical concepts. Simple line drawing representing the Good Shepherd or the vine. Not too bad. We have faith and fitness, so create apparel specifically for Christian athletes, runners, or weightlifters. Parenting by faith, so you focus on nursery and children's room decor or matching parent and child sets. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word right there. Rather than generic products, align your shop with the Christian calendar. Oh, okay. Basically, pick one of the calendars and base it around that. So create limited edition seasonal collections for each season of the church year, which builds anticipation and repeat traffic, which that's always a good idea. Thank you for liking the live. We have faith-based career, professional identity, academic and theological. I got that word out there. Study gear. So, target seminary students, Bible study leaders, and deep dive readers. Creation care and nature-inspired faith. Focus on intersection of stewardship and the outdoors. Faith-based weddings. Another good one. Good morning, Hannah. Grief and comfort. Now, this one here, number 9, will sell like crazy. Every single day, every month. To be perfectly honest, grief and comfort will sell. Because even I don't even care. We could be in the Great Depression again, and this stuff still would sell. Maybe not for as much money as we would like, but it would still sell. Because of the fact that grief does not recognize time. It could strike any of us at any time. You could actually, and I've done this in the past, I've run a store that literally specialized in gifts for, cremation gifts. Little necklaces that you can literally hold, that will hold the ashes of your beloved. Or it will hold, I've even sold a few that will actually hold a scent, like say your wife passes, and she used to wear a specific perfume, or your husband passed and he used to wear a certain cologne. These vials will literally have almost like I can't remember if it was a sponge or what exactly was in it, but you could pour a little bit of the perfume or the cologne into the necklace. Hey, Val. And that way the person can actually have that scent on them all day long. So that it reminds them of their dearly departed. And those sold like hotcakes. So, grief, it sounds kind of, to be perfectly honest, it sounds shitty to kind of prey on people's grief, but guess what? I'm a marketer at heart. There is a market for fucking everything. And grief and comfort actually sell very well. You could even start up entire selling digital cards if you wanted to. Have something all faith-based around this one here, Create sensitive, tasteful memorial products, framed wall art, mugs, or throw blankets, using comfort verses, peace be with you, or rest in his arms. That would sell. Pair of praying hands. And that one line, that will sell very easily. Your own website, Etsy, wherever the hell you wanted to sell. So here we have the Christian streetwear. That is another decent one to go into. And then, of course, pro tips here, quality over quantity, which is very, very true here. Instead of, let's see here, so believers are moving towards premium textiles and print quality, invest in better base garments, heavyweight cotton, structure fits, brand identity, and all that good jazz. Now, once you decide on what niche you want to do, what I honestly recommend for people I don't care if you're going into drop shipping, if you're going into print on demand, if you want to get into digital products, pick a niche. Start with a broad search. Go to Google Gemini. And I said hello again, Hannah. I already said hello, Hannah. Or are you talking to Val there? You really want to start with a broad niche. I started with the Christian. Literally, I just said, I want to start a print-on-demand business on for Christian faith, but I had it niched down. I wanted it to give me 10 ideas that I can niche on this. The reasoning is that if you go with a broad target, let's say pets. I'm feeling okay, and right now I'm just talking about getting started on print-on-demand. I think Claude is actually in the process of building me another generator. Let me see if it's actually done. It is done. Let's smoke card generator. There we go. Actually, I think I already opened that one up. Let's put this up here. Oh, yep, I did actually open that up. Let's just run one real quick, just out of pure curiosity. We'll pop this over to, okay, like this, as an example. This tree here, I could use as a faith-based wall art. Put a Bible verse up here that is something similar to it, if I wanted to. Whatever I wanted. And then I could sell the photo itself. This is where your HTML generator is going to, the tool itself actually makes money. Well, I said, click there. Thank you very much. But as I was saying, you want to niche down because of the fact that if you start off, let's just say that you want to get into pets. The problem with going with that big of a broad category of just pets, you're going to run into a lot of, those are nice. You're going to run into a lot of heavy hitters that are already well established. As an example, if I wanted to go into to make a pet store, just a general pet store, here in Australia, there's two major players. There's Pet Barn and Pet Circle. They are well established, multi-billion-dollar businesses. But the thing is, they are a general pet store. They cover everything. I mean, Pet Circle, if I remember correctly, even has horse feed. But if I go from saying to Gemini, okay, I want to start a pet store, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it I need to niche down. So maybe I want to start a rabbit store. everything to do with rabbits. So instead of trying to compete with these big stores that are carrying, rabbit food and dog food, dog treats, rabbit treats, all that stuff, if I concentrate on one specific animal, people that own this specific animal are actually going to come to me, and they're going to say, hey, this person caters specifically for rabbits. So that means that they know everything about rabbits, whereas the big box stores, they don't give a shit. They're catering for everything. So by niching down, not only do you cut out a bit of a slice of that pie that the big boys have for yourself, but you're not competing specifically with them. It is easier to niche down than have this massive, broad niche. And there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong with trying to start with a broad niche, but you're going to have to work pretty hard at it. This generator here, producing some interesting photos here. These would be great for wall art. There's a lot of gearheads out there that would buy something like this as a poster. You can put it on a mug. I could put something across the top there if I wanted to. The only thing that I will suggest is, well, that one's kind of screwed up because of the double spoiler. Thanks, Allie. I literally just made this generator this morning. Found the idea on Pint and on Pin, and it's like, let's give it a try and see what I can do with it. So I could start an entire print-on-demand business right here for wall art for cars. And I can come up with absolutely, so I could actually, okay, so let's talk about this real quick. Print-on-demand is not just doing merchandise. Print-on-demand, actually, there are multiple factors here that we can get into. If you want to say that you want to get into print-on-demand, there's, you can sell the tools, like these photos here. I could sell these photos. I would run 10, 20, maybe even 40 through CArt here, because I have full commercial use over this. And I would download these. I would upsize them specifically for, like wall art. I would literally go to print on demand. I want to see that, Hannah. I like pretty pictures. But I can sell a pack of these for $5. Let's just say that I want to start selling these photos on Etsy. I would charge them for, I would literally put a bundle of at least 20 photos, fully resized for wall art. And that's what I would tell them. I would say, hey, this is wall art, fully resized for printify, print full, 300 DPI, which is the standard. You don't have to do anything. Just put it over there, take it over there, make money off of it. I can sell the generator. I could literally sell you right now. I could sell you the smoking neon car generator. Anywhere between 10 to I would honestly say between anywhere between $10 to $40, depending on how I spice things up a little bit. Or, well, actually, I would be perfectly honest. The price range is anywhere between $10 to $60, depending on how I spin this. $10 right now. If I put my branding on it, $20. I normally charge $20 per generator. I put my branding on it and give it to you and say, hey, do with, once you generate the photos, they're all up to you. I can white label this right now as is. Tell people, hey, this is going to cost you $50, $60, but you have full commercial use for this. You put your own logo onto it, change it up however you want to, and boom, start selling it. One-time price for you, $60. First time you make your sale, charge $20 for this generator. Once you have the colors changed a little bit, slap your own logo up onto it. You sell 2 of them, and boom, you've made your money back. Or you sell 3, whatever. So I can sell the tools. I can make an entire bundle of smoke and neon motorcycles, cars, whatever kind of moving vehicle that I wanted to. Trains, whatever. Doesn't matter. I can bundle all those together and sell a bundle. Like, as an example, if you go to my link in my bio, you go to my store, you will find a bundle, 20 chibi generators, all but it's either 10 or 20. I don't remember. Hold on a second. I don't remember. Shit. Hold on. Let's go to Beacons. I'm still working on my own website because I'm tired of paying freaking Beacons, to be perfectly honest. They're a little overpriced for what they do. Let's see here. Okay, there are 10 generators for chibis. Right there. You get 10 massive generators for $20. So I will bundle the generators together. And this one here is literally $2 a generator, and I normally charge $15 to $20 per generator. Bundles will sell faster a lot of times than a single generator. But I can sell you the tools to make print-on-demand stuff. I can then turn around, I can make these into prompt guides. I give the prompt guides out as lead magnets. Which is a free lead magnet. And it brings people into my store because they're going to start playing around with the prompt guide, and they're going to say, well, shit, this is pretty cool. What else does this person have? This person really knows what they're talking about. So we've gone from the digital side. Now, say that I really like, again, let's just generate the red eye aggressor. There we go. Let's see what we get out of this one. And say that I really like this stuff. And I actually decide, to hell with it. I'm going to start making some physical products. I can go ahead and load these up onto my own store, running through on Brandly. We literally are set up for print on demand. Run it through Printify and Stripe. Yeah, the Tumblr would look really good on this one as well. So I could decide on what I wanted to do. I honestly recommend don't fill your store. I don't care what store it is. Don't fill it with a ton of shit. You know, you don't want to go to, as an example, Printify has a massive freaking list of products that you can use. Don't overwhelm your customers. Have a couple, either stick with t-shirts, sweaters, stick with mugs and tumblers, wall arts separately. You can combine them, but don't have a huge catalog of products. You can have a huge catalog of photos that they can put on said products, but you don't want to offer a ton of products, if that makes sense. Well, these aren't too bad. And the beautiful thing is, this car, while it looks like a sports car, it is generic enough that companies cannot come up to you and say, hey, you're using our likenesses, you got to knock it off. You can tell them to fuck off. I'm not using your likeness. Anything that you make, you have to be aware, and I don't care if this is digital products, print on demand, physical products, drop shipping wise, you have to be well aware of trademark and copyright material so that you don't get yourself in trouble. I am tired of seeing stores on like Etsy that are selling Disney stuff. Disney does not play. That mouse will kneecap your ass. I had a client come to me quite a few years ago wanting to learn how to do drop shipping. And at that time, I was teaching people how to drop ship. And he's like, I have this perfect idea of making hundreds of thousands of dollars on the daily. I have a supplier in China that will do Disney stuff. And I told him straight up, I said, do not do that. That's a very dumb-ass idea. You will be buried by that mouse. He did not believe me. This idiot paid me $10,000, folks, to learn how to do dropshipping. Went against what I was telling him, and I also told him straight up, no refunds, especially when you're stupid. I do not pay. I do not respect anyone that is honestly a moron, and he was a moron. Paid me paid me a shit ton of money to ignore my ass. He was selling knockoff Disney stuff. Came back to me like I think a month later and said, "Ha ha ha! See, I'm making way more money than what you are." Showed me his Shopify account, and he was making quite a bit of money. Yeah, and Barbie, fucking idiots. But he was showing me how he was making. I think at one point in time he made almost $100,000 within 2 weeks because of the stuff that he was selling, and he was selling it really cheap. Within a month, he had made I think in 1 month before all the shitstorm hit, he made about. I think close to $200,000 or $300,000 in 1 month. Oh, he had to pay more than that back. Somebody reported him, and this time I can honestly say it wasn't me because I was too busy. Somebody reported him to Disney saying, "Hey, I stumbled across this guy selling knockoff. Pretty sure I bought the stuff and it was 100% knockoff. This was not Disney stuff. It looked like Disney, but it's knockoff." And the customer was pissed off because they got cheap shit. Disney went and they didn't even bother with a cease and desist order. They went straight to Shopify and said, "Hey, this guy's selling knockoff stuff. We need all of his information." Shopify collapsed very, very quickly. They will not protect people like that. Gave the guy his information. And he was literally within, Shopify literally closed his store down. Stripe locked his account. And he was sitting at, he came whining to me for some damn reason. He had over $200,000 in his Stripe account that was suddenly being held. And he's like, "I don't know why they're doing that." I was like, "Well, moron, you're selling bootleg shit. Of course you're going to get your ass busted." By the time everything was said and done, he lost his wife. His wife divorced his ass. He literally lost his house. Lost all of that money just to pay back everything that Disney took from him. That mouse does not play. That mouse kneecaps people for fun. Do not fuck with Disney. And this includes fan art. Honestly, Hannah, I don't know. And if he was just that big of an idiot, I can understand why she left him. But she literally divorced his ass. But he literally lost his wife, he lost his house, and lost all this money. And he was literally blackballed from Stripe and Shopify for life. He cannot use and he's tried to. From my understanding, because unfortunately he still works in a few circles that I'm in, he has actually still tried to come up with other ways of circumventing that ban, and every time they find out, and boof, off he goes. It is not worth your time, worth your trouble to do, to basically go in and knock somebody's brand off. Barbie, Disney, G.I. Joe, I don't care what it is. Just fucking don't do it. Use some brains. Use some common sense here, folks. Now, there is a gray area that you can do inspired by, but you will not name them. I have seen people here on TikTok that said, "Oh, these are Brat dolls." Well, guess what? Brat dolls, BRATZ, is trademarked and copyrighted. And guess what? You sell this, they will catch you. They will put a cease and desist order on you if they are nice. If they are not nice, they will sue the shit out of you. Now, if you are, even if you are running an LLC, which is a limited liability company, they can still go after your personal assets because you are knowingly breaching a copyright infringement kind of thing. So even running an LLC will only protect you so far. But if you knowingly, blatantly copy something, I don't know. People just like them. No one actually has a trademark on chibis. So chibis are fair game to run. That is fine, But people really like them. As I said, watch your eyes real quick. Let me just scroll through here. Oh, this is a couple of the motorcycle ones that I made just because I got bored. This is a whole nother set. This is why I love C Art. They keep most of my artwork, so that I can run a few of these things. But these are not chibis. These actually came out really good. Yeah, no one owns the chibi brand, but people like chibis. So let me just. I've got way too many things. Actually, if I do this, I think I can search. Let's see here. Let's go to chibi. Chibi. See if it pops it up. Yeah, there we go. Chibis. Here we go. Yeah, these are the chibis that I did the other day. There are only a couple. Now, this one here, I would not use. I would not sell these. I thought I deleted them, but I did not delete them. There was a couple of them that I actually deleted because of the fact that it came way too close to Sonic. Some of these I would use, but these are all what you can. Some of the things like these cute dogs, that's what's in the generator factory. That's in the chibi files that you can do. This got all wonky, weird. A couple of these, though, you can easily sell. People absolutely love these. And I think part of, when it comes to the animal-wise anyways, they're kind of like Pokemon kind of look. So some of them actually like that. Oh, yeah, I have Grumpy Unicorn, which is up on my store. It's $15. You can make chibis however you want to make chibis. These are just weird. But you can make a ton. It doesn't matter what you make, but nobody owns the chibi trademark kind of thing. So these are all safe to sell. You can even do ones that are based around certain ideas. Whatever you want, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Just don't do chibi Disney or chibi whatever. Just don't use name brands. Save me a headache. I'm tired of having to explaining this. Let's see. Let's just generate this. Let's go here. I'm tired of hearing people whine and bitch. Oh, why are they suing me? Well, idiot. They're suing you because you were a fool. That's why. So, something generic like this, like these photos here, I can easily sell. Wall art, Tumblr, whatever I want to do. Again, if I want to make the tumblers, I'm going to go to Printify, Printful, wherever. I'm going to start myself a car print-on-demand business. A lot of gearheads out there that would actually love these photos. Ooh, see, that one's cool. I like these. Love the muscle cars. So, I could use these as full photos. I can sell the pack of photos. I can sell the generator itself that has done this. Which, by the way, if you all want this generator, fuck it. Let's just go here. Let's go to Google. Hold on a second before I forget. This will be the only one that I'm going to put up today. So, if you want this generator that is producing these rather cool looking photos, go to my Google Drive file. And if you do not have my Drive file, let me know. Send me a DM. Oh, I was like, why is that doing that? That's because I need to do it by freaking name. Thank you. If you do not have my Drive file for my generators, send me a DM. Say, hey, you grumpy bastard, I want your generators. So we're going to pop that in there, and I will send you the link completely free. Everything that you have, everything that is in this file, you have full rights to use however you want to use. You can sell them. You can make photos, sell the photos, sell the prompts. I don't care. Hannah, the URL that I gave you stays the same. So everything that is in here, you have, because I don't change the URL. It was literally here. And right now there's quite a few in here. And there's even some music in there. Yep. Oh, speaking of music, let's see what this generator actually sounds like music-wise. Let's go to Suno, copy the active, and we're going to go to Flow Music. I don't like Suno music. I prefer Flow. Flow has a way better sound to it. Pop that up there, and we'll let Flow do its magic. And yes, muscle cars, I absolutely, to be perfectly honest, I will not go in. I do not like riding in cars. I don't like driving cars anymore. I don't even like the sound of cars, specific sounds. Kicks my PTSD in, unfortunately. I used to love cars. Hell, I owned a brand new '95 Firebird at one point in time. Watch your ears, by the way. That was fast. Make a change to this generator. I'm going to change it, okay? Not bad music. I can use this for videos. I can sell the packs if I wanted to. Good music. That can be very much used for damn near anything. No lyrics to it. So let's download. Let's see. Let's just out of curiosity. Let's see what this one sounds like. A little bit of a rave trance kind of thing. Let's see here. Full commercial use, etc. There we go. That's all. I jumped the gun. That was on me. I'm not actually holding up. I'm not hiding anything. What I'm doing, and I will show you that. There. That song is now in the music section. So you can download that song. What I have found, yes, not to make the music. What's making the music is actually the generator itself. All my generators actually have, even the chibi ones. If you come here, you literally have a photo prompt, a video prompt, a Suno music prompt, and an animation prompt. Now, what I have found, and I discovered this last night, instead of using Claude, which, don't get me wrong, I love Claude, use Claude Code. Pay the $20 and have Claude Code actually build you your generators. The reasoning why is if I were to run Claude, just normal Claude, I can do 4, maybe 5 generators. and then it hits my usage like crazy. My 5-hour usage is going to go poof like that within 4 to 5 generators. Claude Code, on the other hand, will make a ton of generators for you for way less on your tokens. Let's go to settings. If I go to here, let's go to usage. Yeah, see, I'm at 29%. Yes, I just grabbed the prompt and put it straight into the flow of music. You can do the same thing with Suno Music. Mind you, if I want lyrics or I want to enhance it, I'm going to use my persona Reed, who I currently have. I don't know if I have Reed in here. Let me go to skills. Let's see your skill. If you press /skill, it brings up your skills. I do have Reed. I would have to start a brand new chat with I wouldn't do Claude Code. I would actually probably use just normal Claude for that, because Claude Code isn't writing. Reed does not write code. It actually writes lyrics and whatnot. So I would use normal Claude for that. Or I have him actually in DeepSeek. DeepSeek does a really good job for writing music, especially with my persona Reed. And Reed is designed for flow music. Well, technically, Reed was originally designed for Refusion. Then they went from Refusion to Producer AI, and then from Producer AI to Flow Music, because Google bought them out. Reason why I like Flow Music, I have way more control over the music than what Suno's ever thought of. If I go to, let me go here. Let me just show you real quick. Chibi Multiverse, here we go. Look at this prompt. This is one of the songs that I did. Stop. This is a massive prompt. This is something that Suno will never allow people to do. I actually have full instrumental and music, FX control. I have vocalist blueprint built in there so that every time I run a song, if I want to use Marion Voss here to actually produce more songs, I have her blueprint, so it's going to sound very much like this. So that we don't have to, so I have the consistent sound that I want every single time. And Flow Music actually gives you a lot. It will give you sometimes one version, sometimes it will give you 3, so that you can pick which one you like the best. Then I can turn that into a video. And, oh cool, Claude's done with that. So let's go to Smoke Motorcycle. So this one here, Smoke and Neon Moto. Let's see, a Dark Chopper. We're going to copy that. Chuck this into C-Art. C-Art is my go-to, as always. And if you check here, that's a neon car. Let's see, let's put this so that I know where the hell it's at. If we click on Suno Music, boom, we have an entire copy of a Suno song. Just come into Flow, start a new chat, paste it in there just to see what it sounds like. But start using Claude Code for your HTML, both website as well as for your generators. You can produce a shit ton of stuff through Claude Code, generator-wise, without worrying about you hitting your usage. Let's see here. Which one is this one at? Let's see here. Go to here. No sound set. Yeah, so it does sound similar. And it gave us 2 different versions. Not Suno. Copy that. This is what C-Art did. And I can change the look just by adding a different world to it. very similar sounding. That's no big deal. I can always adjust this. I can go, hey, you know, I want a little bit more. Instead of dark industrial, we can do a little bit more trap, a little bit more rave, whatever the hell I wanted to put in there. And Flow Music will do a very good job of changing things. There are a few key changes that you have to be aware of when you're using this. Let's see here. Text. Font. Let's see here. Cool. All right. And the beautiful thing here is, if I wanted to, I can run. Let's say that I really like the way these look. I can actually run 10 different prompts. I can literally just hit randomize. Boom, 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 boom. Copy all this. Take all of this, put it into a notepad, just as an example. Take that notepad, go to Canva, and have it turned into a PDF. I would run the photos like this one here. For this prompt here, I would grab, you know, one of these photos, stick it right next to the prompt so that people can see the kind of photo that they're going to get. Give them 10, 20. I literally have a prompt. Let's see. Let's go to here. Let's go to copy. Copy active. Make sure that I'm on the. Let's just copy that one. I literally have a prompt. Oh, here we go. See, these are actually nice photos. They look mean. They look, but the good thing is they don't have that specific look for you know, Harley or Yamaha or whatever. So I don't have to worry about getting my ass sued. But it would still make for very good. That's a little on the weird side. But that would make for very good photos for wall art, tumblers, whatever the hell you wanted to put it on. But what I can do is I can come to my program, Kronos here. It's literally called the Kronos Prompt Studio. The reason why it's called that is because this is a massive time saver. Load this one prompt right here. By the way, if you want to grab that prompt, there we go. Grab a quick screenshot. That's the prompt that I did to make the motorcycle. I'll give you a couple seconds if you want to grab that. Then with the Kronos prompt studio, I actually no longer need a generator because of the fact that if I come over here, I can choose variations 10, 25, 50, or 100. Let's just do 100 variations. We're going to switch this down to a moderate change because if I do if I go full change, it will change the entire prompt. But I click render variation. Boom. I now, what, right here? Left side. That's the left side. That's the actual prompt. Grab a screenshot if you want the prompt. And then take that to Nana Banana Midjourney, wherever the hell you want to go. Yeah, this is the prompt. This is the prompt program here. Now, you cannot see the prompt because of the fact that I need to save this. Let's go to text file and make sure that's in the right one. And we're going to go and change that one here to Moto so that I know exactly what it is. Yes, this is the prompt program. I do not have this up on my store just yet. I'm still working on a full price on. But here we go. We have Moto. We literally have, I now have 100 different variations. If I come all the way down to here, 100 different variations. Now, the program is a new program. We have Neon Cyberpunk. Let's see here. We literally takes different prompts and it literally changes it moderately. So if we pop this in, we'll see what this gives us. So I could actually give this entire text file away as a free lead magnet. Or I can charge $1 or $2 for it. Put it up on my store and say, hey, 100 different prompts for 100 different photos, all in one go. Yours for $1 or $2. People won't bat an eyelash at dumping $2 on to something like this. You get 20 people to buy it. Guess what? You just got yourself $20. Unfortunately, you cannot sell these on Etsy, but that's okay. But voila. That's kind of fucked up. But that's AI for you. But to be perfectly honest, one bad picture out of 8, that ain't bad. Hey, Lady T. You could sell the video. I don't know who would buy the video, but you could sell videos if you wanted to. You can make videos very easily. I actually have a program called the Seamless Production House, which is link is in bio. That will take these still photos and make it look like a moving video. Yeah, you cannot sell pictures, videos of the branded bikes. Well, you could. You can ride the bikes, and none of them are going to get bitchy about it. Hey, Lady T, hope you're doing good. But you couldn't sell. Say that I slapped the Harley Davidson logo on this. Even though it's not a Harley bike, but I have Harley Davidson on it. Harley Davidson would have every single right to sue the ever-living shit out of me. Because I am ruining their brand by sticking the Harley logo up on there. Or claiming that this is a Harley bike. Or a Yamaha bike. Or whatever fucking motorbike companies that are out there. Indian and all that other good jazz. Then yes, I would get the shit suit out of me. But with this being like what it is, it's still generic enough that I don't have to worry about it. No, you cannot sell it because it is Harley Davidson. So no, you could not sell it. You could not sell that photo. You would be breaking copyright and trademark law. If it was an actual Harley motorcycle, even if I owned the Harley motorcycle and I went out and I took photos of said Harley on a racetrack, and it literally, you could make out every single detail, Harley Davidson, everything like that, I would actually have to approach Harley and say, hey, can I sell this photo? It is my bike. I own the bike. It is me racing. I would like to sell it. Harley may agree to it. They may not. But you would actually have to go there and talk to them about that. Thank you for the gifts. Because you run the real big chance of, them either, most of the time, they will just give you a cease and desist issue, and just go through their lawyer and say, hey, you can't sell this, knock it off. Yes, even if it's you on the Harley. If they can make out that it is an actual Harley motorbike, then yeah, they can actually tell you no, you can't sell it. Even if it's you on the bike. There are some gray areas, but I don't play in gray areas. Gray areas can still get your ass sued. So, it's just, to me, it's not worth the hassle. Hold on a second. Shit. Forgot to pull my freaking metal USB stick out of the computer. Damn, that thing's hot. So, don't play in the gray water. Basically, don't go dipping your toes in gray water. You can change, the car one here, like the motorcycle here. Oh, these are actually pretty cool. These aren't bad. The motorcycle one I can get away with very easily. Same with the car. That's a really weird chop bike, but I can literally get away with selling these very easily. The car here, Yeah, it looks like a muscle car, but it's generic enough that it looks like damn near every muscle car out there. They're awesome photos, and I could sell. I could literally package all of these as a bundle. I would resize them for the specific product that I wanted to, for people, so that they don't have to mess around with it. Guarantee you, 300 DPI will meet Printify, Printful's design size for T-shirt, wall art, whatever, and sell this pack for $5-10. Put it up on my own store. Boom, we're good to go. I could even put some kind of sayings across this. I could go to say Gemini. Say, hey, I've got these really cool photos. Upload a couple of photos. Give me 20 or 30 sayings that I can put across the top of these. And even saying brand like, if you actually mention a brand, you're still tapping on that brand. So, no, I am not decline. I am not doing that. I am live, people. I do not do... I'm too grumpy for freaking battles. So, don't dance on... Don't say, this is like Harley or this is like Yamaha. They can still come in and grab your ass because of the fact that you mentioned their brand. Which means that the main reason why they would stop you from doing that is because by saying, this is like Harley Davidson. All of a sudden, as soon as you say like Harley Davidson, your customers are going to associate your brand with Harley. And Harley does not want to be associated with a nobody. Nor do they want bad products or bad photos being associated with Harley. And rightfully so. They're a very long time standing brand. They've busted their ass to get where they are. Though the components aren't bad because they're not branded. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, if you were selling Harley parts, actual physical Harley parts, you're going to have to be a distributor of Harley. Otherwise, they're going to bust your ass big time. This is why I prefer digital products. I don't have to deal with that shit. Yeah, but I can make a photo that looks like a chopper. No one actually owns the copyright on choppers. No one owns a specific. The only ones that I know that have a specific look are like Lamborghini. So you got to be a little careful, but you don't have to be too careful with it when it comes to artwork and whatnot. Fan art, do not sell because fan art can actually get you closed down as well. So I don't see the point in doing fan art. Unless, if it's just for you and you're giving it away, go for it. No big deal. But trying to sell it, no. That is a big no-no. And if I want to, I actually had another idea, and I'm going to say, okay, let's see here. Just do the slash so that I can actually find my Architron here. There you are. All right. One more idea. Different name. Same concept. Except as the last two generators. But this one will be all about locomotives. I want both old trains and new trains. Boom. Unknown command. What do you mean unknown? Oh, that's why. There we go. Forgot to put the space there. Thank you, Lucy. Careful, you're going to give me make my ego even bigger, and right now it's already sitting in the living room 3 rooms away. So, yeah, Hannah, that's a perfect example. Don't fucking do that. Selling a cap with someone else's logo, a sports logo on it, that's 100% copyright infringement right there. Yeah, if you're small enough, you'll get away with it for a little bit, but you will eventually be caught out. So why in the hell do you want to get yourself sued? Why do you want to spend all that time making merchandise, both photos, even with this here, this is still taking me time. My time is important to me. I don't know about you, but my time is important to me. So why would I waste 5-6 hours making designs that are sports logos, putting and going to Printful and saying, hey, I want you to sell this make this for me, or doing it myself if I had the proper equipment to make these things. It's just a dumb ass fucking idea. You can get the shit suit out of you. Too many people are doing it, Hannah. Go to Etsy, put in Disney, see what pops up. Just as an example. Every single thing that is on Etsy that says Disney is 100% fucking illegal. Guarantee you that. Because of the fact that to get a Disney reseller's license is a right bitch. And it's very expensive. We're talking, I think last time I looked it up, I think it's anywhere between $5 to $10,000. And then you are only allowed to buy merchandise from Disney to sell. They will tell you what you can sell it for. So it's damned expensive. But if you are a major Disney fan and you want to start a legitimate Disney brand, you would go to Disney, give them your business plan, and say, I would like a reseller's license. They will take a month or two to go through your business plan, all of the ideas that you have that you've given them, and then they're going to say, okay, pay us $10,000. Here's your reseller's license, but you have to sell this merchandise. You have to buy it specifically from our suppliers or from us. I don't know how Disney actually works, but you have to buy it from our supplier. You can only make X amount of money on it. The price they're going to give you basically a ceiling price and a bottom basement price of what you can sell these for. So say that you want to do just Mickey. You're going to sell just Mickey dolls. You go to Disney. Disney says, "Hey, that's a cool idea. We don't have a store that's solely for Mickey Mouse here in Australia, specifically in my location, Sydney. You pay us $10,000. You have to go to our supplier here in Taiwan, China, wherever the hell their supplier is. You have to buy X amount of dolls. You can only sell them for no more than $50. You cannot go below $40. So they give you $10 leeway. And you have to strictly follow along with what they tell you. You're basically becoming a franchisee in some aspects. Not quite, but close enough. And if you deviate from what they tell you that you can or cannot do, they will shut you out. They will shut you down without any problems. And there are a lot of other brands out there that you can get a legitimate reseller's license for them. And that is how you actually start building off the brand of somebody else. Me personally, don't have the cash to waste on that, and I don't want to bootstrap myself to another company. I would honestly rather struggle through this, and it's a struggle, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not bullshitting you here. You're going to struggle when you first start off print on demand. I don't care if you're doing on Etsy, if you're doing it on Brandly. You have your own little pop-up store. You're going to struggle to get customers to come in to begin with. It's going to take you to actually have a print-on-demand store that gets established. It's going to take you about 6 months. And in that 6 months, you are going to lose money. And, or if you're really, really lucky, you will break even every single month. And the break-even point is when you're first starting off. This is going to sound kind of counterintuitive, but your goal when you first start off is to break even. Now, we are not in the business of breaking even, but your goal is to break even. So the break-even point is basically how much does your store cost you a month to run? Let's say on Brandly, we're doing a sale for 44 months. It costs you $44 a month. You get all the goodies and whatnot at $44. Just as an example, so you would have to figure out your break-even point at the $44 mark. So how many shirts, how many tumblers do you have to sell just to cover the price for Unbrandly? So that's, let's just say, $44. Let's go $44, just off the top of my fucking head. It's not $44 right now. I don't know. I don't remember what the hell the price is, but 44 is sticking in my head. So we're going to go with 44. So I'm just going to put that in memory recall. I wish my memory would work like a calculator. Memory recall. Poof. Just press a button and there we go. So we have a base of $44 a month. Let's say that you figure on an extra $20 a month. So we're going to go $20 a month for running ads on here on TikTok, on FB, on Meta, wherever the hell you want to go. But we're going to say $20. So right now, our overhead is $64 a month that we have to hit. So, again, we're making, let's just say that I'm doing wall art and I'm making $10 on each wall art. All of these photos here, $10. So, my break-even point, let's see, let's just say that I'm planning on making $10 per profit. Let me just go ahead and copy that one. We're going to clear that one. And let's say that I am running off, I'm doing $10, my profit is $10, but I have to actually take that times 2.9% plus that's not right. Let's see here, 2.9%. Where's the percent sign? Where the hell's the percent sign? There it is. There we go. What the hell? I don't want to do freaking percent. Behave yourself. Fine. Let's just clear this out. So we go 10 times 2.9%. So that's 20. So I'm losing. Plus 30 cents. So I'm literally losing 2 cents. Plus 30 cents. Let's go 0.3. All right, so I'm losing every transaction. I'm losing 59 cents because of Stripe. Stripe takes 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. So we go 10 cent. We go 10 minus the 59 cents. My profit is $9.41. So now I had to figure out how much. I'm going to memory recall. I don't do math this early in the morning. So we actually have the base of $64. We're going to divide that by memory recall. Where in the hell is the memory recall? That is not my memory recall. 64. Still was a memory recall. Why is it saying that? See, my brain doesn't want to work. So 64 divided by... what the fuck? Quit doing that. My calculator's being stupid now. 64. Let's just go divide that by 9. Let's just say we're going to make $9 profit. So I have to sell 7 wall arts, pieces of wall art for this photo. Right here. All these photos here, I would actually have to sell... Yep, I would have to sell that much, folks. I would have basically might as well say I have to sell 8 pieces of wall art at least a month to break even. So that is my goal for the month. Is I want to make just 8 sales. Anything over that 8 sales, it becomes pure profit. So when you are starting off your print on demand, even before you start making your designs, your HTML generators, your prompts to go in and do all the hard work, figure out what your cost actually is going to be. So go to your supplier. I don't care what supplier you use. Find out what a t-shirt is going to cost you. Find out what a tumbler is going to cost you. Whatever you want to sell, find out what it's going to cost you. That right there, and always add $5 to $10 when it comes to print on demand. You're not going to make a lot of money per sale. What you're going to make your money at is your volume. And that's the whole idea here. I am not going to sell these photos. I'm not going to sell a poster at, $100. Sorry, but no one's going to buy a poster at $100. Not from a no-name brand. Now, if it was signed by somebody and actually had, the sports star in it and whatnot, then yeah, they would probably pay $100 plus. But when you're first starting out, no one's going to pay you $100 per photo, per wall art. And if they do, well, congratulations, you found an idiot of a whale. Milk them for everything you can. But in reality, I might make $5, $10 on per photo. Per not photo, but per poster. Let's just say I'm going to do a store that's all about posters. I plan on, even if it's a nice fancy poster, it has a nice little fancy frame on it, I'm still only going to make $10 from it. But the thing is, the more fancier that I make it look, the more that I can actually sell it for. The faster it's going to be, people are going to buy from me. So it wouldn't take me long. Let's say that it has a nice frame to it. It gets shipped out fully protected, looks really nice. People actually start liking this. I spent $20 for my first month. So I have the $44 from On Brandly. I have $20 for my ads. That's $64 right there that I have to have in hand. Because, you got to pay for On Brandly first. Then you have to pay for the meta ad, for the TikTok ads, whatever you're going to do. So right off the bat, you're going to have at least $64. You still have to, if you're running your own brand, if you're running your own store, like say through On Brandly or even through Shopify, you have to have a domain name. So that's an extra $1 to $10, depending on what it is. Printify, Printful, they all do posters. There are quite a few actual print-on-demand companies that do just posters. There's one in the UK. I haven't used them before, but their quality is really good. So you're not bound to just Printify, Printful. There are a ton of print-on-demand companies. Do your research. There used to be one called CAT, K-A-T. Don't use them. Their quality sucks. Pay attention to the reviews. Find out what the reviews are saying for these companies. And if they have a low review, don't fucking use them. If they're brand new, this is where I would honestly tell you to say, okay, buy a couple of shirts or a couple of products for yourself so you can see the quality. It's the same with Printify, Printful. Don't tell them, though, that you are, don't buy some of the Printful, if I remember correctly, they could still do it, but they used to make it to where you could buy for cheaper, basically a demo piece of whatever you wanted to see. The problem with that is they already know that, hey, we had to be on our best behavior. Because this is a demo piece, we want to put our right foot forward on this. So we're going to do our very, very best to make sure that this is a perfect product. Reality of the fact is they are dealing with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of orders a day. I am not going to buy a demo pack. I'm just going to go straight to them and say, hey, I'm buying this shirt for me. I'm going to buy 1 or 2 shirts. I don't want a discount because of the fact that I want to see the true print of this. What does the quality look like? Is it good quality? Does it have a weird-ass smell to it that they don't want to explain? Things of that nature. I want to see them when they are busy. I don't want to see them when they are trying to cater to me, if that makes sense. Let's see here. Did it finish my train thing? Yep, cool. Let's just pop the train up here. Give myself a chance to breathe here. Victorian Steam. Yep. Boom. And we'll also put my Gothic Laurel on it. I absolutely love the Gothic thing. We'll see how that goes. So, when you are starting off print on demand, the very first thing you do, before you even find a damn supplier, these aren't bad. Not quite the vibe that I'm going for, so I will have to correct it. But we'll see what the Gothic vibe puts on it. Mind you, I do like these. People will, there are a lot of train fanatics out there that would actually buy this. Again, multiple ways of selling these. Multiple ways of making money off of these generators. So, when you decide that you want to start a business, let's just stick with print on demand. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Gemini. The free version, not the paid version. Go to the it's not bad. But not quite what I'm looking for. So, okay. I wanted the neon smoke and lights like the other two generators. And that is missing from this. Boom. We'll let Claude fix itself. But we're going to go to Gemini, and I think I still have... Do I have Gemini here? Let's see. Gemini. Oh, these are all... there we go. Niches. You're literally going to say, okay, I want to start off a print-on-demand company. Let's actually do this. Let's just go... I want to start a new... I want to start a new brand, a new print-on-demand business. But, let's see here. But I am not sure what niche to go into. I'm interested in, and then you're going to just give it a few ideas. Let's just go, I am interested in cars, motorcycles, and trains, just for the sheer hell of it. And so here we go. Choosing a niche in the automotive and transport sector is a smart move, as these audiences are generally highly passionate, loyal, and inclined to purchase merchandise that reflects their lifestyle and identity. To succeed. So, we literally have high potential micro niches. The restoration project car subculture. We have the retro vintage aesthetics. Niche motorcycle styles. Don't just use bikers. Focus on cafe runners, bobbers, or adventure tour riders. These groups have distinct visual styles, often minimalistic, gritty, or whatever. The railway enthusiast, rail fan community. This is a surprisingly underserved, highly intense niche. Focus on specific regional rail lines, historical steam trains, or the train spotting hobby. So, micro niches are another very good way of going. Because by serving a micro niche, you have an audience that is smaller, yes, but they are more passionate. They're more willing to spend their money on products that they want. But do not go so far down the rabbit hole that you are only selling to 5 people in the entire world. And yes, I have actually come up with a brand that would basically sell to maybe 100 people out of the entire world. I went that far down the rabbit hole before I came up to see what came up for air. So differentiating your brand, so technical and artistry, the Grumpy Marketing Edge, that's just my brand. It remembers the Grumpy Marketer. Leaning to the identity, your identity you've established. If your brand is the Grumpy Marketer, your tone can be cynical, witty, or no nonsense. A Grumpy Mechanic series or an anti-commuter slogan could resonate well with your target demographic. Hyperlocation, user knowledge of the Sydney, Australia scene. This here is tricky. The hyperlocation. This is the part that I was talking about not going too far down the rabbit hole. If I were to use my so-called knowledge of Sydney and Sydney/Australia, it could highly limit me to just this one region. Let's just say, as an example, I do a hyper focus that I know Sydney has a huge biking community. Has a specific vibe, specific look of those motorcycles. And I started making photos for these, generating all the content and whatnot. The problem is, I'm only going to be able to sell in Sydney, Australia. No one else would understand it. So that, to me, is niching down too far. Now, going all of Australia, on the other hand, like the Ute culture, perfect. By the way, a Ute is an El Camino, or very close to an El Camino. They just call it a Ute here for some reason. Well, the reason why is it's a utility vehicle. That's why it's called short for Ute. But it looks very much like a El Camino used to look like. Maybe a little bit more rust on it than El Caminos were ever really designed for. But so all of Australia, that would be fine. Off-road track, Australian off-road tracks. I would be concentrating here with this brand starting off specifically just for Australia. When you're first starting off, try to stick within your own country. You can if you wanted to, you could hyper localize yourself into your state. Say that you want to do everything about your state, the state of Maryland, the state of Indiana, the state of Texas. You can literally do a ton of stuff for that particular state. But everything that you make for that specific state, it's only going to work in that state. Say that I make a ton of things for Indiana. I could not then go and say, hey, Texas, you want this stuff from Indiana. Why in the hell would somebody from Texas want shit from Indiana? You know what I mean? So you got to be very careful about how hyper-focused you get on your niche. So we have recommended community research, community social listings, join 3 to 5 dedicated FB groups, Reddit groups, whatever you wanted. Kind of look through, and just look through the stuff that they're giving you. Skip all the rest of that. Okay, immediate next step. To narrow this down, try this exercise. Pick one specific machine you are personally interested in. And then and that is actually a good exercise. If you are personally invested in your product, it is going to make it to where it's less business and a little bit better, a little bit more fun for you. But, and this, please listen to me when I say this, you are not your customer. Yes, you may enjoy the shit out of what you're selling, but you are not selling to you. You are selling to other people. So you need to keep these other people in mind. And this is where your brand Bible comes in. Did you actually fix that? Hold on a second. Let's see here. Done, added. Okay, so Control-Shift-R. Neon Sport. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. That's the Moto. Hold on a second. Those are the cars. Put that over here. Control-Shift-R. Control-Shift-R, I said. Thank you. So, we're going to copy that. And we will rerun this and see if Claude fixed itself. And also make sure that it didn't change the name of it. Okay, it didn't. So let's see if it actually came up with the neon color smoke and whatnot that I wanted. We'll pop both of those. So, you are really wanting, once you settle on your niche, the next step is to start working on your brand. Even before you start making photos, before you go out and you buy a domain name, before you decide on what platform you want to sell on. Say that you want to sell on Brandly. You want to set your store up through there, we can make you a website. The works. If you didn't want to make your own website, we can make it for you. Connect your products, connect everything to Printify so that all the work is done for you. You're going to have to, before you even decide that, before you decide on where the hell you want to start selling at, you need to make sure that your brand is set, which means you're going to go to ChatGPT. Use the free version. Do not have to pay for it. And say, okay, I have this idea for a print-on-demand store. My brand, I'm going to name this, this, and this. Okay, that's not doing the photos. Let me just open this back up again. Okay, let's see here. Let's just be on the safe side. Autumn Heritage, okay. And, let's see here. Full speed, blur, motion. Nope. Okay, so I need to grab, alright, so we're going to correct Claude very easily here. And we're going to grab, I want to grab the, there we go. Let's grab this one here. We'll just download that one. And, alright, so, alright, we are still getting photos like this. We'll just upload the train, and we'll upload the train thing. When I want things like this, like the second and third photo, but keep the train as the subject. So we're going to upload the smoke one here. We'll open that, and then what I want to do is I want to grab, where's the neon one? Something like that. We'll grab that one like that. Let's see how to do that. And we're just going to come back to Claude Code. Again, start using Claude Code for your generators. It just makes it so that it does not use as much of your usage with Claude. So I can constantly change things around, and it's not going to cost me that much on my usage. Matter of fact, let's check my usage out just so that I know where I'm sitting at. Go to usage. Voila. So I'm sitting at 38. I'm sitting pretty here, so I don't have to worry about it. And as I was saying, going back to what I was saying, you build your brand Bible in ChatGPT. Unfortunately, Chat is still the best for building brand Bibles. I do not know why this is, but it just is. Even Claude kind of stumbles a little bit on the brand Bible setup. You'll go to ChatGPT and you will literally type in, I'm going to start a brand. My brand name is, you can give it as brand name. Then you're going to tell it what you're selling. Say like on this one here, I'm selling print-on-demand photos of sports cars, motorcycles, and locomotives. I would even go so far as to load a couple examples. And then you tell it, I need a high detailed brand Bible that includes a high detailed target market plus 12 pain points and brand colors. Press enter and boom, it's going to build you a really impressive brand Bible. This brand Bible will then be your key to using AI properly. It will stop you from getting mechanical sounding shit, from generic shit. We need to stand out. We need to brand ourselves more than what people are doing. If you truly want to stand out in the digital world, in the print on demand, you need to step up your game. And you're going to do this by branding. Now, one step that I do before I even come up with a brand name, the full brand Bible, is I will settle on a brand name. If I'm kind of stuck on the names, I'll go to Gemini and say, hey, give me 20 business names for this kind of brand. Tell it what I'm building. I will go through that list. I will find a couple of names that I like, and then I'm going to go to IG. I'm going to come here to TikTok. I will check out YouTube. Anything meta-wise, I'm going to check them out specifically for users of that brand. Now, if your name that you really like has, let's say, 20 followers on IG, but they haven't done anything in a couple of months, I would still use that name, but I would just change it slightly, add a number to it or something like that, because then I don't have to worry so much about some idiot taking someone else's, getting confused and all that, and people coming to me instead of them, because that just tells me that it was a placeholder or something like that. So I will just change it from, say, the Grumpy Marketer is taken on IG. I would go Grumpy Marketer 50. Because that's my age. And I would have no problem with that. But if the name is already taken and they have thousands of followers, nope. I'm going to scratch that name off and say, okay, that's a no-go. I will find my brand name before I go to ChatGPT. And then once I'm settled on the brand name, then I go in, get the brand Bible built. Go in, buy my domain name. You want to have your own domain name. You do not want to have a generic brand name, domain name. You want a specific .com, .au, .store, .whatever. But it needs to be your brand name. Everything that we're going to do, It's going to be all about your brand, which means the very next step is your domain name. You go to GoDaddy, go to Ventrap, wherever you want to go, buy your domain name. Then you can start working on products and your website. Same, if you didn't want to do on Brandly, you could go to Etsy. Set up a store on Etsy if you wanted to. Come to here, go to TikTok, start going live, start showing your stuff off. Have what is called a virtual pop-up store. The virtual pop-up store is not that hard to set up because you can actually set up a store specifically in Printify. I think you might be able to do it in Printful as well. And what you're going to do is before you go live, before you go live, you're going to decide on what products you're going to actually show people. You're going to make some photos and whatnot, like what I'm doing here. And then you're going to say, hey, by the way, I have this really amazing T-shirt that has this train on it. Show them the train. Show them the text that you have on it. If it has text on it and whatnot, you're going to show them the design. And then you're going to say, hey, this is a really cool T-shirt. If you're interested, send me a DM. Or you can actually put the link in bio for your Shopify store. No, not your Shopify store, but for your print-on-demand pop-up store. Then what you're going to do is say, hey, these are really great. This is a really great design. Amazing T-shirt. Amazing photo. But there's one problem, folks. Would you like to know what that problem is? That problem is that once I go offline, this product goes away. It will no longer be available. The only time that my store will be open with a specific product or two is when I am on live. So if you really like this, you're really going to need to go into my pop-up store. You're going to have to go to my link in my bio today and buy it today. I'll even give you a 10% discount. Use the code GRUMPY, just as an example. But if you don't buy it now, guess what? Tomorrow when I go live, this product's gone. I'm sorry, but I don't do, I don't see the point in mass production. I don't like doing mass productions. It cheapens my brand. So if you want this train design, or you want this car design, this motorcycle design right here, if you really love this photo here, and you want a poster of this, I have it up on my store today and today only. Price is going to be, the original price, $60 for this wall art. Comes with a great frame, looks beautiful. But seeing how I like you guys, while I'm online and while I'm on my live, use the code GRUMPY, get 10% off, get 20% off, whatever you want to give them. And this is how you're going to get people to start coming to your lives a little bit more. They're going to like your products. They're going to say, well, shit, I really want this one, but oh damn, if I don't buy it now, oh my god, it's going to be gone tomorrow. So I better get it now. You're playing on a marketing tactic called fear of missing out. There is an actual abbreviation for it, FOMO, but if you're not a marketer, it is literally called fear of missing out. It is a good tactic to use, especially for virtual pop-up stores. And see if Claude actually got the thing done. Let's see here. Done. Here's the exact changes. Smoke, color, pattern, neon light, extensions. Okay. Rebuilt. Let's rebuild. Let's reopen this one up. And see if Claude got the idea right. Because you never know. Put this up here. We'll do the fire steam engine and see what this comes up with. So there are multiple, I'm not kidding you, there are multiple ways of making a shit ton of business. Now, the virtual pop-up store does limit you because, it's on live. It's very similar to like a TikTok shop. TikTok shop is a pretty cool idea, with the exception that they want you to spend like 30 minutes talking about the product. And you have to have the product in front of you, which means that you're either on camera or, oh, here we go. Now this is cool. That I like. See, I'm a pyro. I will freely admit to that. Hey, Grace. These could be movie quality photos. Um, the virtual pop-up store does limit you to a certain extent, but it is a good way of getting started. Especially if you already have a few followers. You don't have to have a ton of followers. You just have to have enough followers where you can go live, either on YT, here on TikTok, wherever. And yeah, perfect for train collectors. And for those that like action movies and whatnot. And here's with the Gothic Laurel. Someone done stoked the train a little too hard on that one. Oop, go back one. Damn it. Click that. There we go. I like these ones. So there we go. It actually hit what I wanted, so that's a good thing. Copy this. Pop these in there. But doing a virtual pop-up store, it can make you a fair bit of money. But you have to actually have the followers to be able to pull it off. I doubt it will be Gothic music on this one. I could actually take this to DeepSeek and to my persona and say, hey, turn this into a Gothic thing. Let's just see what it comes up with. And flow music, Control V, pop that up there. So, the virtual pop-up store / TikTok store, great idea if you have the following. If you have a regular following, you can actually pull it off, and you don't actually have to have a actual store. But again, limits you because you have to be online for people to be able to have access to it. Right, so this is the track to history. For these folks. Now, there is another way. Another way of actually making money off of your generators, have it make a Suno prompt. Go to Suno, go to Flow Music. My preference is Flow Music. It's $8 a month. No, I'm not affiliated with them, unfortunately. It would be nice if they had an affiliate. But I can sell these songs. I'll make a pack of 5 to 10 different songs. I'm going to sell them for $15, $20. Hey, Betra, how you doing? Thanks for swinging in. But I'm going to literally sell this pack of songs, anywhere between 5 to 10 songs, sell them for $15 to $20. And I'm going to target people here on TikTok. I'm going to target people on YT. I'm targeting the creators because the biggest issue that most creators have is worrying about getting their videos trademarked well, I mean, not trademark, but getting a black mark against them because they're using copyrighted material. So I sell you this pack of, say, 5 to 10 songs. Most of them will be instrumental. I will have some that have lyrics in it. I will put sample music up on, 10, 20-second sample music up on my store so that people can listen to it and decide on if they actually want that particular pack. And I'm going to tell them, hey, you have full commercial use of this. All of this is guaranteed 100% will not get you a copyright strike with this. Your music is not going to be turned away from you. Thanks for the like, Petra and the Heart Meat. I appreciate that. So instead of worrying about losing your, getting a copyright strike against you, your video getting muted, you no longer have to worry about that because you can trust my brand. You can trust the Grumpy Marketer to know that you're not going to get a copyright strike. Because if you get so many copyright strikes, you're going to get bounced from. They will shut your account off. Or people will get pissy because they're like, oh, well, where's the music? There's no music to this. There's no sound to it. It's going to look bad for you. But instead, you have to worry about your music, trying to come up with the music and all this other stuff. Let me do it. I've got this amazing 10-pack of songs you can use for full commercial use, whatever you want to do with it. I don't care. $20, it's yours. People actually like that. And then on my store, what I would do is I'd also put in, I can also do music that is specifically for your brand. Send me a message, tell me about your brand. We will come up with something absolutely amazing and perfect music-wise for your brand. I can do one song as easy as I can do 100 songs. Mind you, for custom work, I'm going to make you pay a little bit more. Instead of buying, a pack of 10 songs for $20, if I am specifically building music for your brand, I'm going to charge you $100 or more. Mind you, I'm not going to charge you $100 for a song. Might charge you $100 for 2 or 3 songs for your brand because I have to research the brand. I've got to make sure that this fits your music. Give it to you, see if you like it, if you approve it, kind of thing. So that is yet another way of making money off of one digital product. Let's see here. Perfect. By the way, the reason why I got these ones here, which there's nothing wrong with these ones, these are good, was that instead of the photo prompt, I accidentally grabbed the Suno song prompt and it actually put that in there. But I like these way better, especially this one. Yeah. These would make good wall art. Probably even a good t-shirt. Or a mug or a tumbler. Depending on what you could actually get. And it's generic enough with no labels on it or anything like that, that a rail line can come at me and say, hey, you're using our likenesses. Fuck off. So, we have now, we've gone to Gemini. We've decided finally on our niche. We got a brand name. We got our brand Bible. We have a domain name. Now the fun begins. You're going to make some products. You're going to literally resize them. I would have to download these. I would go to I have a program that is literally designed to resize products specifically for whatever product I want. It will literally resize your photos for that product. It is up on my store, link in bio, but I'm going to show that one off tomorrow. I'm going to show you how I would take these photos here and turn it into a photo ready for, let's say, Printify, Printful for any product, so that I can do this in batch. So I could download all 16 or however many freaking photos I have of these trains, and I can resize them in a blink of an eye, specifically for Printify, Printful, whatever your supplier gives you. Once you have those set up, the next step is to actually go to the AI, load your brand Bible up, grab a photo of the product, and you're going to actually go and grab all the information that Printful, Printify, your supplier gives you. You do not, and I repeat this, please listen to this, do not just copy and paste the supplier's descriptions. Matter of fact, where is Printify? Here we go. Oops, nope, sorry. Where is it? Did I close it off? No, I didn't. All right, here we go. Let me show you something. This right here, this description here, right there, that ain't selling shit, folks. That is garbage. But it's important garbage. You're going to copy that and you're going to go to the AI and say, hey, I have a product here. This is my photo. Here's my brand Bible. I need you to hit five of my target market's pain points. 3 emotional, 2 practical. Hit them hard but subtle. Here is the product description. I need you to change that so that it fits both the photo and my brand. And it's going to change this to where it's not going to sound like generic shit. It's not just going to give them this list of basically the bullet points of the product. It's going to turn it into a story. And a story will sell your product. Don't just rely on the photos. Rely on your descriptions. I have literally sold expensive, not towel racks, but dish racks that literally just sit over top of your sink, up on high. You can let them drip dry, and all the water goes straight into your sink. It doesn't go anywhere else. I sold these things for $250, and it literally cost me less than $50. And I had people buy it solely because of the description and the pretty decent photos that the supplier gave me. And you can now find said, or very close to it, said product on fucking Temu. And I can still sell it for a hell of a lot more money simply because it is on brand. The description is spot on, grabs their attention, hits those pain points, and hits them hard. I even had one guy when I went on Reddit and I said, hey, I need a few people to just review my store before I go fully live. Tell me what I need. Should I change this? I wasn't too sure on a couple of things. I just said, I just need some extra fresh eyes on it. I had one guy literally buy that dish thing from me at $250. He said, I'm pretty sure I overpaid for it, but he said, my wife saw it and said that we absolutely needed it. So she said, guess what? I am your first customer. And he was my first customer. And he bought it solely because of the description. And I did tell him later on that, yes, you did overpay for it. It cost me $50. I made $200 off of you. Thank you very much. All because of the description. Having AI write your descriptions works if A, you read what the fuck it gives you. Don't just blindly copy and paste it. 2, you give it enough information about your brand and your target market to actually allow it to write. It's specifically for your brand, specifically in your brand voice. I always tell people that you want to hit 5 pain points, no more than 5. You want to hit 3 emotional, 2 practical. The reasoning is, if you just sit there and poke the emotional, yeah, it's going to get a few buyers. But if you poke both emotional pain points and practical pain points, the emotional says, hey, I understand your pain. The practical says, hey, I have the perfect solution to end that pain. So not only do I get you on the emotional level, I get you on the practical reasons as well. Like this one generator here. I fully understand everyone wants to make money off of your artwork. Very simple to do. 1, I sell you this generator, the iron and steam. I would actually bundle all 3 of these. Not the cosmetic. We have the smoke and neon. We have the smoke and let me just close these off. I must have closed it off. Let me find it. Hold on a second. There we go. So I would bundle all 3 of these generators right here. We literally have the smoke and neon Moto, smoke and neon car, and the iron and steam. Sell all three of these as a bundle. And you make these kind of photos here. You know, we got the trains, we got, where the hell is the cars one? Watch your eyes if you're photosensitive. So we have motorbikes. We have muscle cars and other, high-end racing cars. All with 3 generators. Now, I'm going to sell this to you, $20 for 3. That is literally a, let's see here. That's a $40 savings. I had to do some math there in my head. I charge normally, let's say that I actually charge anywhere between $15 to $20 per generator. But I'm going to bundle these 3 for you today for $20. Now, what you can do with these generators, you can sell these generators. You can slap your own branding on it. You can use my HTML injector, which is, by the way, up on my store. The HTML injector will put your logo and a couple of photos in the background, so that it now looks, instead of bare bones like this, it will have a nice pretty picture of the cars. It will have my logo somewhere bouncing around to grab people's attention, and as soon as they click on that logo, it's going to take them to my store. You can do the same thing, and you should do the same thing with this generator. So you're going to sell the generator. You can sell that one generator alone for $20, or you can bundle themselves and charge whatever you want for those bundles. That is now one way of you to make money off of my generator that I just so graciously sold to you. ADB. Now, we're going to take this even further, though. Instead of just reselling, slapping your logo on, and reselling this one generator, you're going to actually make 10 prompts off of this. You're just going to literally hit the randomize button, copy that, put it into a text file. Randomize, copy, 10 times. You're going to run these 10 photos through your art program, whatever program that you want. You are going to give these prompts away. That's right, you're going to give 10 prompts away to your people as a prompt guide. You will go to Canva, and you will make this into a pretty little PDF. You'll have your photo and your prompt right next to it. Photo, prompt, photo, prompt, photo, prompt. So that people can see the kind of photos that they can make. You're going to give that one away for free. And you're going to tell them, hey, if you really like these prompts, you like the photos that you're getting, come buy my generator from me. I'll give you a discount, 10%. 15, 20, half price, whatever the fuck you want to get. By giving a free lead magnet, people are going to love your product. They're going to come back to you and they're going to say, hey, what do you want? I really want this generator. I'm going to pay that $20 today. Here's $20. Thank you very much. Then you're going to make you're going to take those 10 photos and you're going to make an extra 10. And you're going to resize those 20 photos for t-shirts, for mugs, for whatever the hell you want to resize them for. You're going to bundle those together on your store or you sell the bundle on Etsy. $5, $10. Fully resized, perfect for tumblers, just as an example. Start your own Etsy store, put it up on here, instead of paying Etsy 9%, put it out your own store up on Unbrandly, give Stripe 2.9% plus 30 cents for your products. More ways to make money. Then you're going to go to the Suno tab. Randomize the shit out of this. Boom, 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 boom. Make 10 songs. Bundle those songs in together as a copyright-free song bundle. Charge people $20, $30, $40, whatever the hell you can get away with, you charge them for that. And you're going to lean into the fact that these will guarantee you not to have a copyright strike. So that your music is safe, your channel is safe. And you're going to target those people that, are creatives like myself on YT, here on TikTok as well. So that is more ways just than selling. Then you can even flip this and say, hey, You really like this generator so much, instead of having my brand on it, I'm going to sell it to you for $60, and you can put your own brand on it. I'll even teach you how to put your brand on it. And you could make more money that way. Hey, Jax. So, taking one simple HTML generator, you can make yourself an entire fucking empire by building multiple resources, multiple streams of income. Now, the whole multiple streams of income thing, I will touch on that before I have to get going, which I'm going to have to get going here shortly. But everyone talks about, oh, you want multiple streams of income, 8, 9, 10, 20, 40, whatever the fuck it is. The number is constantly changing. It is true. You want more than one resource of, one more stream of income than just one. Because let's say that you're working 9 to 5. What happens if that company fires your ass? What happens if that company goes under? What happens if you're just so fucking tired and bored of the damn job that you are about ready to have a nervous breakdown? Either way, that one stream of income that you were relying on every single day dries up, goes away. So now you have to scramble to get a job, to find another job. Hope and pray that you can get one close enough that fits what you need. But if you actually had, say, a side hustle, print-on-demand company, that you're only spending 10, 15 minutes, let's say that you spend an hour a day on your print-on-demand company. And it starts generating some income for you. Even if that income is only, let's say, $20 a month, $20 a day. That is still, even by 5 days a week, that's $100 right there. Minus, whatever the hell you're losing on Stripe or Etsy or wherever. But it's still $100 in your pocket. So you have that one stream that you've built. And it's doing, let's just say you're doing $20 a day, 7 days a week. $140 a week. That's one stream of income. And it produces steady. So while it's producing that 140, whatever the hell a week, you can actually go and move to the next stream and spend some time building something different. Maybe you want to get into AI music and that's all you want to do. So you just want to sell packs of AI music. So you're going to spend probably about 2, 3, maybe 4 hours a day, if you have it, or maybe 10 hours a week instead of, like an hour a week on that print-on-demand company that's already starting to produce money for you. You're going to then concentrate on your second stream. You will go back to that first stream, though, once in a while, clear the weeds out, throw some new product up on it, run maybe an ad or two, spend 10, 15 minutes on it, and go to your new stream. The idea here is each stream you are going to build until it will stand on its own. And each little trickle starts rolling into a bigger river. And pretty soon you are literally going to have an entire river flowing of cash. And if one stream dries up, no big deal. You can either go back, find out why it failed, redig a well, make it spring right back up if you want to. Maybe you want to sell off a couple of those businesses to start another venture. So having multiple streams of income is a very smart idea. And you can start this with one simple HTML generator. If you do not know how to build an HTML generator, I have a course. It's in my link is in my bio. It's $10, and it will teach you how to build these. I honestly suggest start using Claude code for this. Don't use just normal Claude. Pay the $20 for Claude. Claude is worth it. But use Claude code to build your generators. You will build a shit ton of generators off of that 5-hour limit that you have compared to using normal Claude. If you use normal Claude, well, DB, I literally just found this out last night. I'm an idiot. I was just messing around with Claude code, and I'm like, screw it. Let's have Claude code build me a couple generators. And I looked at my usage, and I was like, Damn, it didn't even move. What the hell? Because if I use normal Claude, I can make 5 generators. And it goes poof. My literally 4 to 5 generators, depending on how big these generators are, my usage just disappears like that. But if I'm using on Claude Code, I can generate a lot of freaking generators. And then I can bundle these generators together. I even have a generator factory suite that is up on my store that will produce for 3 to 4 cents. I can build an entire universe of HTML generators. That bundle that I have on my store for the chibis, the 10 of them, those are all tied together so that there is consistency. There is a story that I can tell with this. And a story will sell a product better than just saying, hey, I have this hat. Go buy my hat. You need a story. You need some way of grabbing people's attention. And by having that story, having your brand Bible, you will actually do this. Yeah. Yep. Literally use the same mechanic. You're literally just going to go to... I have a persona that I've turned into a skill, Architron. Architron and Spark, both, by the way, are up on my store. $100. You get both of them. Turn them into a skill. Literally, just go to Claude. And say, I have this persona. I want to turn it into an HTML. I want to turn it into a skill. Claude will turn them into a skill. I literally have Architron set as a skill and Spark. If I do skill /skill, /skill, it will literally show me my skills that I have. As you can see, I have Read, I have Spark, a few other ones that just come automatically, and I have Architron. So I just click on my Architron one /skill and tell it, hey, I need an HTML generator. The subject is going to be, I want 30 I don't even have to tell it the 30 options, but I always tell it how many options that I want. And then I can let it actually come up with the drop downs on its own. Hey, I'm not going to give up on you, Mahogany. No. I am here. Anytime you have a question, I know life gets in the way. Trust me, life gets in the way all the fucking time. If you have a question, by the way, this goes for everyone here that's paying attention and those that are on the outside. If you have a question on marketing, print on demand, using AI, throw me a DM. I don't bite people. I don't gatekeep. I will answer all questions that I am capable of. And if I'm not able to answer said question, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Go to AI. Ask it. Say, hey, I had this crazy ass idea. I mean, literally, for my Chronos, right here, my Chronos prompts suite, I can take any freaking prompt that I want. Let's go to, let's just do the Suno song here. We go to copy here. Copy my active tab. Go to Chronos. Pop this in here. It'll actually save it. I'm just going to go to Suno train. Press, I want 100 different, let's just go full different, all the way. I want 100 different prompts. Generate. Boing. I now have 100 generations of that one single prompt that I can now use to make different music. I can sell this as a prompt pack, $2-3, maybe up to $5 for 100 prompts for different Suno music. So now I can literally go to Flow Music, load each of these. If I just save this as a text file, I'm just going to go train Suno. Boom. I can spend 10-15 minutes, whatever I want to do it on. And Flamingo Fusion, Passion. So I literally have an entire different style. I can just grab this one here. Let's see here. Find out where the hell the second one is. Let's see here. Tempo. There we go. All the way down here. Copy all of that. Go to Flow Music. Pop that in there. And I can take the first 10 of these. And I can make this into a 10-pack of copyright-free music that I could then sell for $10, $20, $30 2 creators on YT here on TikTok. Put it up on my store because unfortunately you can't sell AI music on Etsy. It'd be nice if they let you, but they don't. But I prefer, to be perfectly honest, to have it on my own website because it's 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. By the way, I'll load these 2 songs up real quick to the drive file music. You can listen to them, download music, so on and so forth. That's a bit fucked up. But I'll still put it up there. But I'll put them in there. Let's see here. If I go to download, where in the hell is the downloads at? History downloads. There we go. PNG. So why did you not download that? That's weird. Okay, let's try that again. Download MP4. Come on, you can do it. Alright, cool. So where is it? See, Flow Music is being stupid. It's telling me it's succeeding on downloading, but it's not. So I will wait and see what happens. But as I said, you literally have access to these drives, to my drive file. If you do not have access to this drive file, which is here, the TikTok lead magnets, there's some songs in there. There's a lot of generators in here. Send me a DM if you do not have the URL, and I will send it to you. You have full commercial use for it. Sell what's in there. Make pretty pictures. Make pretty songs. Sell shit. Use it as social media. Make some money, folks. You have full commercial use out of this one. It's 100% free. Today's live will actually go up in my other drive file, which is my replays, which I know I'm a few days behind on getting those uploaded, but those will be uploaded as well. If you want the replay for today, as well as however many's up there, just send me a DM. I will give you the link, 100% free. And by the way, this drive file here, the TikTok lead magnets, I am clearing this file out come Saturday. So if you want what's in there, you need to get it now, because come Saturday, I am deleting these. 100%, this entire file will be gone. The replays, though, those just stay there permanently. So, but my TikTok lead magnet file, I tend to delete about every 2 weeks. Every week to 2 weeks, depending on when I remember to delete the damn thing. I clear them out and I put them up. And right now there are, let's see, there's the wolf, there's a tropical beach, stained glass animals, smoke, the smoke car generator there that produced these, not these ones here. The motorcycles, the cars. Actually, matter of fact, screw it. Let me load up 2 more. I said only I was going to load up one of those generators. Cancel that. Wrong button. I will just upload the other ones because the caffeine has hit me in the head. So we'll grab that one and that one. So now you can do trains, cars, and motorcycles using those generators, and they're up there. So there you go. So if you do not have those links, send me a DM. I will give you the links both for my replay as well as for the TikTok lead magnet. But I got to get my ass going. Thank you all for hanging. Thank you for getting me to 13K. And thank you for the gifts. Be here tomorrow. I'm going to do the same thing, which, by the way, I go live. I'm trying to go live most days. Yeah, I will touch on Claude Code a little bit more tomorrow. Um, I also broadcast live while I'm here. I am also in the Rabbit Hole, which the Rabbit Hole can be found in link in bio. I have my own YT channel as well, which is the Grumpy Marketing 50, so that you can see the full screen there. I am going to be messing around with TikTok Studio soon, so that I can make it to where you guys can see the screen a little bit better. But other than that, thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you swinging in. No, I don't hide the code. That's just Claude doing that. I don't. I thank you for sharing the live. I honestly do not gatekeep. Claude Code just hides the code. Literally, Claude Code here just hides the key. And if I just do that, it's going to show you. It's not going to show you the full edit file, because you can actually cheat this, and I'm going to show you how to cheat Claude Code a little bit tomorrow. So, got to get going. If you want to learn how to make HTML generators, I do have a course. It's $10 on my Beacon store. And if the link doesn't work, just send me a freaking DM, because Beacons can be a pain in my ass. Other than that, tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. 7 o'clock in the morning, Sydney Eastern Time, which is about 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Other than that, you all have a great day, great night. Remember, if you got questions, fire away. Bye-bye. Cool. Oh, I actually got 14 new subscribers. How do you like that?
Awesome.